Peter, thoughts on how your defense played today?
No, very good. There was just one moment in the second half, and we didn't see what's coming, but overall very solid. 5 guys, 6 guys in the front of Zach did a pretty good job. Going forward, recover. I think except a couple of shots, there was not really a big chance for Vancouver. So from this perspective, we were very happy to stop this series of mistakes and keep the 0 for Zach. It's good for his confidence and good for our defensive block as well.
Can you talk about the decision to play Hoffman into midfield from the start?
He wasn't playing in the midfield. I think the idea was that, and then we trained this also in the preseason. That idea was Jonathan did a pretty good job, coming from outside inside as a second striker, and the chance he had in the second half, right after the halftime. That's what we were looking for more, and we're going to work on that as well. Not only for him, but for Jack McInerney as well.
Talk about Zach's performance in goal today. That's got a clean sheet at home.
As I said, it's going to help. He's going to help all of these guys with the confidence. So it's we stopped the negative series, regardless how you slice it. But we didn't get the goal. I think the defensive block was very solid. We need to polish some things offensively. Yes, of course. But that's that's with the confidence with the winning games, and I think we're in a good way right now. We have a couple of weeks to polish these things and make sure that we're going to be more efficient.
Peter, do you have an update on Danny Califf and Roger Torres?
Update? No, Danny's good. I think he played tremendous game today, so it's my hat off to him. As I said, we got to be prepared for that physically and mentally, and I think it was a very good game from Danny. Roger is is a competition. So he needs to go back after the Chicago game. We feel that that's going to give us a little bit chance. We have 3 guys, offensive guys, with Jack and Danny Mwanga, and also Josue Martinez on the bench. And we need to have a cover as well defensively with Mobio Kubo and then Chris O'Brien. So Michael Farfen. Michael needs to work on his fitness as well. So we don't try to push the envelope too much. So he come in the second half as well. So. I think, as I said, the competition is always good. We have 3 guys coming back from the Olympic team as well. So now it's going to be two good weeks of training, and make sure we're going to get the fighting spirit, that performance as we presented today. Because overall, I think we've been preaching for a long time about the fighting spirit, about fighting for each ball, and making tackles in the right time and going forward. What we're missing is we should shoot more on the goal. We try to take the chances, be more opportunistic, and I think that's the part is missing right now. But we as a coaching staff, with also Aleko Skandarian, who work with our forwards to make them aware of this.
Peter, Game Farfan looked like he gave you a real good effort today. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, and both sides of the ball. Offensively, as a right wing, like right midfielder, he did very well as well. With chain of the wing, in the second half we have to make a change. So he was very good as well going forward, and also defensively very sound. So he's accustomed to the position. It might be not his natural position, but he's good at it. And then if you are good at this, then you have to use it as a team.
Peter, when you say working with forwards to basically shoot more or be more aggressive, isn't that an instinctive thing in a forward? Shouldn't that be part of their makeup?
Yes and no. I think the point is still that they're in the mindset right now that we have the bad series about the losing streak, and the mindset is always to choose the easy way, to choose the safest way. If you're winning, you're more confident. You take your chances and be more opportunistic, and it doesn't mean that you have to make those kind of decisions. They're still very young, and some of those decisions they're afraid to take it. And that's the point of encouraging about the take your chances. I know this is the safest pass, but maybe this is another option you can take it. That's going to be you can be successful. So I think it's more the whole package. It's not just they're just afraid to shoot. I think it's just more of the whole situation that I'd rather take the safe pass instead of just be more opportunistic and take a chance on the shot on the goal. So that's need to be corrected as well.
Peter, did you think this game was a distraction and maybe it's good to get it out of the way?
Oh, no, I think it's, the game was, we prepared the team for this fight. We knew there's going to be, they didn't concede the goal yet. They're going to sit back and looking for counters. We knew that, Atiba Harris is pretty good and he's still coming back, but he's still pretty good in going forward. You have a couple of guys then they are very creative, but as I said, it's, from our perspective was just getting to the basics, make sure we're going to fight for every single ball, make sure that we're going to be on the end of the crosses. We miss here and there. I think that the crossbar, it's little things, and you can't change that. But overall, I think we're progressing, and that's not going to stop. As I said, we're going to give a couple of days off right now for these guys to recharge the batteries. But same with Freddie that we agreed to give him off after the Olympic tournament, the Olympic qualifiers, and I think they need a break a little bit from the whole thing, just from the routine that coming every single morning. You have a coach screaming and yelling at you every single morning, so it's good for them as well that they're gonna get away from that.
With Gabriel Parkman strong 90 minutes, does he jump ahead of Lopez as the left back?
No, he plays like today, yes.
Did you speak about Keon's play today, his versatility?
No, it was very good, and I think he's more comfortable with Shannon on the right side. Even he's naturally the left-footed guy, but I think he was very comfortable in the situation and find those pockets underneath the defenders and push Shannon to the wing. So I think it's a good combination. They've been already playing in the preseason as well in this fashion, so it was great performance.
Peter, the decision to bring off Porfirio in the second half, is that just a tactical decision to bring Mike on for him?
Yeah, because in the start that we need to go more offensive side on the left and help also give us a little bit more width, and also Gabriel have a tendency that he's a little bit faster, he's a little bit more composure, I would say, in the defense. So the both things, and bring in Michael to give us a little bit flair in the midfield and shut it down the guys who were sitting in the front of the four backs, Vancouver. We did pretty good job with that, and I think we'll continue to look at this way. That as I said, it's only the stuff that offensive side need to be polished a little bit, but the rest was very good.
Peter, is it tough to have a 2-week layoff in between games?
It's not in our situation, I would say. It's I think in this case, it's, as I said, it's more like a little bit recharging the batteries, but keep the same mindset as we come back, because the Columbus game is not going to be easy as well. So we've got to make sure that we'll continue to progress. We'll continue to build what we've been doing for 2 weeks right now, regardless of the result in Chicago. But I think we're missing a little bit here and there, but there's a lot of positives. Play to 0, a couple of chances. It's just need one goal. It's going to be changed.
Peter, offensively, are you still experimenting to find out a combination or something that'll work, or do you have an idea of what you want to do? And it's just...
Well, it's in the preseason. You started trying to find out what's the best possible way to doing this thing. So we have ideas already there. What was happening in the meantime, you got Freddie off, you got a couple of different people coming and going, they're in different stages of the form. So we're not experimenting anymore, but we try to find a formula that, not only going forward, but also defensively, so we're not going to leave the wide open spots. So it's a combination of things, but, basically we put the players in a position they feel comfortable, right? And then, I'm not sure that that's the problem. Just to be confused or you don't know what to do on the field. I think it's more like, as I said, as you said, exactly right. That's more about being opportunistic, taking your chances. But the rest is going to come. It's going to be, as I said, it's still progress. And that was more important, to stop this negative series and then make sure that we're going to progress as a team. And then also, as I said, we can't promise anything. All we can promise is to fight, the team did today for 90 minutes.